when the United States joined World War II, and actually before they were involved in combat operations, before Pearl Harbor, they were supplying the Soviets and the British with weaponry, right? And so they realized the potential of industry in the context of war, right? This is the birth of the military-industrial complex. They were like, oh, wow. Not only are we good at this, but we can make a killing, literally. And so after World War II, not only did they have the industrial might to execute this, but on top of it, the victory over Nazi Germany allowed the United States to assume the moral high ground. Now they could say that we are the true champions of democracy. We are the ones who defeated fascism in Europe and the imperialist Japanese army. We are the ones who fought on behalf of those who could not fight. We are the ones who sacrificed. We are the ones who know better. And so they've been using this ever since to play the role of moral arbiters, right? This is how they get away with the whole, oh, there's human rights violations going on, so we got to go and bomb this country and remove this tyrannical regime. It comes from the World War II victory, right? Just de facto, that it's their job, it is Uncle Sam's job, to always go into other countries and remove so-called tyrannical governments. Now the problem is, who gets to decide what's actually tyrannical? Very useful when you actually have malicious, hidden economic interests at heart to just call another government, another country tyrannical. Because then you can just come in now, remove them, and install a puppet government that is going to comply with your friends in the private sector, right? Not to mention, of course, that you know, the Monroe Doctrine, the white man's burden, this predates World War II, right? This didn't just start in 1945. Also, the use of international bodies and institutions like the UN. Yes, the UN does great work, but we can't deny that the US, the Western powers, openly gave themselves permanent seats on the UN Security Council, along with China and Russia. Not only that, but on top of it, they strong arm everybody, including their own allies. And they also use things like the OAS, the Organization of American States. They also use things like the OPCW. The NGOs are also complicit, Amnesty International. These are all fronts. They're all fronts that push propaganda and, when possible, allow the United States to give themselves not only the moral, but the legal authority to intervene in other countries. And when they can't get it, like in the case of 2002, 2003, they don't give a fuck. They'll just go and do it anyway. They'll still invade Iraq, right? But then they want you to believe that these bodies, these institutions and establishments are impartial actors, right? Oh, look what Amnesty International published. Look what they found. Look what this guy is doing over here. Oh, he's a brutal dictator. We got to go in and topple his government. Propaganda outlets are not impartial, okay? NGO is a very weird term. It's a very weird way to dub a CIA or MI6 front. If you really think that they are not playing ball with the US imperialist machine, you are beyond naive, because this is not conjecture. This is a proven fact.